cutters through the middle. Aria for three.
Namaste and welcome to King's Birthday Tournament, KBT, the New Zealand Indian National Hockey Tournament, formerly QBT, hosted by NZISA and the Wellington Indian Sports Club. We're coming to you live from NHS here in Wellington on the long weekend Monday, here for finals day of KBT 2023, and so far so good with the weather. The wind is out, but the rain has stayed away, and I think there might even be a little bit of blue sky up there for this men's A final. I'm joined in commentary by Hitendra Patel, Hitu New Zealand Indian lead coach and selector. Awesome to be here for a big game to finish off KBT 2023.
Yeah, good afternoon everyone, and thanks Brad. And yeah, what a matchup we have today for the final of the KBT.
Yeah, it's a mouth-watering one here. The big dance as we see Pukekohe and Auckland fight it out for the right to carve their names into the prestigious Dhyan Chand, which will be awarded after this one. Two teams here with rich history at KBT. Pukekohe, they'll play in their white strip today, and Auckland in their standard greens. As we take a look at the lineups, Pukekohe Indians, they've been strong all weekend, started really strong in their first matchup between these two teams, and then got through a close loss in penalty shootout yesterday with some players to watch. Of course, Milan Patel, who's really growing into the side, playing in the middle of the field. Ishan Patel and his work rate up the front, he's been exceptional. And of course Bhavish Bana, who's been solid locking them in goal. He's going to have a few questions asked of him today again. And the Auckland side, there are no shortage of names as well, the likes of Shayaswa, who will play up the front. Big Dil Patel, who I think maybe has the most nonchalant warm-up I've ever seen for a final.
I agree.
He's just standing there swatting flies in the goal, posing for the cameras, and he's out here to lead the Auckland side. And of course, they're coached by Stephen Jenis, who has a world of experience, both as a player and as a coach here for Auckland Indians. Be interesting to see how things match up. Not to be outdone, of course, Pukekohe with Ketanhari. He's looking pretty cool and calm this afternoon. He says his job's done here. It's up to the players now, so we'll see how this one plays out. And Hitu, massive game in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, looking to see some of those players we've seen across the tournament this weekend fire. You know, yeah, there's mention of players like Kalyan Jerem and Nita Suka at the back, and even Dan Pancher, you know, some real key players that have been performing for Pukekohe. And then Auckland through, although a younger side this year, I think, you know, Munraj Gill in the midfield. Looking to see how some of these players thrive under the pressure of a final. Yeah,
and that's exactly it. There's a couple of players here, certainly on the Pukekohe side, who have been in finals before. You mentioned a younger outfit for Auckland, but still some experience through their ranks as well. And it's going to be which team can, I guess, deal with the pressures. There'll be some fatigue. The weather is playing its part, the wind out there more than anything. And it's a game of inches, finals. It's little things that will upset either way. One of those players so experienced for Auckland, of course, is Kieran Chiba, who will be at the back for the men in green. And a massive one here. As we see, the umpires for today's match will be Kieran Wells and Anton Paulin. And just quickly as the teams get out, a bit of history around the tournament. Wellington Indian Sports Club, they were founded in 1935. The first coronation tournament held over Sovereign's birthday weekend, which was the forerunner to QBT, took place here at Maidstone Park in Wellington. The response from that tournament was the regeneration of the Indian sports clubs during the 1950s, which culminated in the formation of the New Zealand Indian Central Sports Organisation, which became now NZISA. They donated the Dhyan Chand Trophy, which is awarded to the winning men's team, and was contested for the first time here in Wellington and won by Wellington in 1963. So we're celebrating 60 years now of the tournament, and what a fantastic one it has been here. The defending champions Wellington, well, they'll have no say in this one. It will be the battle, the crosstown battle of Auckland and Pukekohe here as the teams come out for first quarter action. Hitu, this one's going to be fast, it's going to be furious. I'm looking forward to goals, saves, and electric play here in this men's final.
Yeah, I think we're going to get it all. And the last time these two featured in the final, Auckland got up on that occasion, and you know, everything to play for here with Pukekohe coming to try win back the Diane Chan this year.
Yeah, and there's what we've seen so many times, and some heat on it too. NZISA, we talked in the build-up of what this wind might do to. I mean, he needs no help really with the overhead, but if he can get an extra few metres on it with the assistance, that's a real threat out of the back for Puki.
Yeah, and sometimes you use the weather conditions to your strengths, and if the wind's blowing in the right direction, they may well use that overhead more so than other times. But NZISA's been doing well with it, and it's been quite effective for the Puki side. Yeah,
and it's something we've seen off all of their starts. They just run 4 up at the attacking back line and see if they can perhaps win the ball or get a free shot at it. Off NZISA's overhead. And as mentioned earlier, it's Puki in their white strip today, like they were the first time these two teams met. Here's the entry, Ishan Patel. Still going, Kalyan Jerem on his knees. And it's over the line.
Just like that.
Oh, the boys are up too. They love it. I want to say it might have been Kieran Soma up there, potentially. We'll have to see the replay. Thanks, One Foundation. Ishan Patel, we mentioned him. Kalyan Jerem on that peach there.
Oh, and the man himself, Kalyan Jerem, I think, getting that last touch in.
Yeah, how good.
He's had a cracker of a tournament, hasn't he? And he's showcased that straight away in the early sessions of the final.
Yeah, his touch, especially up in the attacking third, has been phenomenal, whether it's receiving the ball, setting up players, scoring in that instance. Second to none, Kalyan Jerem. What an attacking weapon, and what a start here for Pukekohe. We called for goals, we called for excitement.
Yeah, we did, and it's been a cracker of a start already, and we're only 3 minutes in.
Yeah. That's it. Here is Auckland now. This is Ranik Patel. This ball out here, Armani Ponga. That one's going to beat Shea Iswa over the back line. Really important here that Auckland don't freak out. Yes, they've conceded one, but there's still 58 odd minutes left for them to work into this game. With teams this talented, it's not going to take one goal to win it. There's going to be a few here, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree, and they did well last game to change momentum when they did equalise against Puki in round robin. So just got to hang in there. Pukekohe have been attacking quite well to start.
Yeah, and again, it's just effort stuff, especially up on the baseline from, I mentioned him in the build-up, Ishan Patel. I think he's really grown over the last sort of 18 months in being involved in NZI programs and around some of those top quality players. Here he is again, Ish. Lays it off for Kalyan. Oh, Kalyan Jerem.
I think he'll be disappointed with himself there. I've seen too many times Kalyan Jerem putting that in the top corner, so
yeah,
missed opportunity. But yeah, you're right. Ishan Patel is just growing and growing. He's always had a really high work rate, but now he's starting to look to execute more on attack as Auckland there, unforced error. Yeah,
and I tell you what, Dil Patel will be saying thank you 3 times there after that one. Didn't force a save. Kalyan Jerem doesn't often miss those opportunities.
Not a chance. I think Auckland need to just compose themselves a little bit here. They are under pressure, but if they can just absorb a little bit more and then create their own.
Yep, here's Kieran Chiba on the ball for Auckland. Again, just unforced error here. And some of it's perceived pressure. There wasn't actually a lot of pressure on that play there, but with momentum, with the early score, and with, I guess, the vocal aspect as well, those Puki boys up. And putting pressure on Auckland here. Shea Iswa. Iswa working on Daniel Panchier. This one's gone forward there to Jaden Gosha. Gosha still going. He scored in their earlier match. Oh, there.
Save.
Yeah, quality effort. Bana had to be done. Here's an opportunity. Auckland, turn. Still going there. Beats them over the back line. Jaden Dyer up there. I thought Brett Menezes did really well to just stay in the contest without fouling.
Yeah, he did. Good skills there. Unfortunately, didn't execute on that occasion, but better signs from Auckland there with their attacking flow.
Yeah, Yeah, and built up there off the back of Shayaswa.
It's always a hard one just to back whoever's speaking in behind you and throwing it in there.
Yeah, yeah. They win it back here, Puki, Travis Hari working in with Milan Patel. First we've really seen of Mills in and around the ball for this first quarter.
It's a good take there by Armani and the outside there from the overhead, able to transfer the ball straight away.
Yeah, a little advantage here. Auckland streaming forward. They've got possession. They've got the entry. They've got the ball into the circle. And that one's
so
hit
close.
Yeah, the back of the stick. It's those little things, though, hit to in a final that can make all the difference.
Yeah, exactly. You know, sometimes opportunities are hard to come by, so execution's going to be key here for Auckland.
And again, you see Shayaswa just sitting in a pre-split on their 16-yard hit there. Interesting tactic. Here's Milan Patel. Still working Mills. He's running out of space there. But he'll keep the free hit for Puki.
He's done well there.
Yep.
Just stay composed on the ball, keep the ball in your stick. Yep, definitely clear tactic to block off Nidesh, and I imagine that would be the overhead threat. You know, the less he has the ball, the less the overheads come.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough job. You've got to be on the right lines, because if Daniel Panchier can skip and hit the left half, there's trouble there
also
for Auckland.
Very dangerous. Yeah, exactly right. As he goes again to look for the split.
Yeah, and that ball there, not the worst one. It's the next one, but they look like they've got it covered. There, Auckland. Good contest, well worked there by Milan. Links up in the middle of the field. And out it comes there. Back in for Div.
It's not going well with Auckland with their press, you know, just doing enough to disrupt the forward flow.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive there where it's working. That's a lovely trap there. I think it's Hiddish Dyer up there. And out come Auckland. They've got numbers. It's a 4-on-3 here if they can use it. Got to get their head up. Eyes looking. Shayaswa moving. Good
D in the end by Pukekohe, but you're right, you know, with numbers advantage, got to look to link up early and try get those opportunities.
Yeah, Janabana there just doing well enough to see it down to the back line. And that one there onto the legs of the Auckland striker. And one way you can get away from the pre-split is just start them with it.
That's it.
Shay right up on the 5, like this. And we've got umpires pointing different directions. It will be Puki with it, Brett Menezes. And dump back out here to Daniel Panchi again. Shayaswa willing Daniel to carry.
It's a hard blow though, isn't it, Brad? You got two good players on the ball. Which one do you shut off? You can't shut them both off.
That's
and
what
so it's a clear tactic, block one off. But I'd be worried about some of the passing strengths of Daniel Panchier with his upright hit and reverse that we've seen.
That's it. 9 times out of 10, I would say forcing or pushing Daniel Panchier to dribble and get his head up might be the worst thing you could do. But look, it's which one can you live with out of those two? Nidish and Daniel, of course, are at the back there. Both incredibly skilled players, but perhaps the message has been, look, we're going to let one have it, and this is what we're going to do to cover it up. Again, hockey's a game built on tactics and executing a game plan. And that's one thing I think, and this is what you see from these experienced coaches, is knowing you can't stop everything. And the moment you think you do, you're guessing, really.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh, it's a great touch.
Yeah, lovely touch, Manraj Gill into the circle there. So yeah, I think a very obvious ploy here from Auckland to go, well, this is what we're going to live with, and this is how we're going to try and deal with it. You have Auckland trying to look for a ball, but Ooh, the lazy work back from the striker prevented it. And here's the transfer now. Kieran Chiba with ball at the back. Chiba has Armani down here, just in front of us in the number 9 jersey. Chiba at the back.
Great ball into
yeah,
midfield.
Lovely spot there too, Ranik Patel.
Oh, he's linked up into the circle here.
There it is.
Penalty
the penalty corner. Jaden Gosha, he scored the goal when these two last met, Gosha. That's a lovely turn from Ranik Patel. As we see the One Foundation replay here, he's just received it, doesn't like that one, gets his eyes up, and that left foot pass finds Gosha in the middle. Yeah, Daniel there.
Daniel Patcher with that missed reverse tackle there. But yeah, Jaden Gosha's really been impressive this tournament, I think. Scoring a couple of goals and his work rate and ability to execute, and we've seen it here again.
Yeah, and just cool on the ball there. A lot of players could have got excited. Ball's in the circle, take your stick off it and swing, which just invites Daniel Panchier for an easy one. But they're forcing Daniel Panchier to make a tackle. And again, 9 times out of 10, you'd expect him to do it pretty well. And what a time for an opportunity here for Auckland. The hooter sounds, end of the first. Could they go in locked up? Oh, it's messy. It's real messy. Oh, but it's a goal to Ranik Patel
on the post.
Oh, sometimes you beat them with speed, sometimes you beat them with skill, sometimes that happens, and that is what a typical finals goal hit to. Doesn't matter how they come, but as long as they make their way up onto the scoreboard, Auckland Indians, what a time to strike back. It's 1-1 here in the men's A final, and despite not having many opportunities, they go into the break, all things level. And this one here, opener, Kelly and Jerem put Pookie on the board early. That was in the first couple of minutes. Here it is again. Oh, the deft little touch past the boot of Dil Patel. Kelly and Jerem again been in a lot of the attack here. This was Millen, nice pass, Ishant. And this, I thought,
we thought that was for all money.
Yep. But Auckland, as the quarter wore on, things started to come for them. A little bit lacking in execution to start with. But once they wore into the game and shook off conceding that first goal, there were some opportunities here for them.
Yeah, definitely. They were peppering away, and yeah, we saw it right at the last minute. Here's the earning of the penalty corner with Ranik, cool, calm, collected, with Jaden Gosha earning the penalty corner. Yeah,
and this one here, like we said, doesn't matter how they come. It was all sorts here. This one, not all of it, but Ranik Patel, and he loves it too. And look at that, believe it or not, you've got the crowd weathering the elements out there. Although in saying that, like I said, there is one battle in between. Here's Jaden Gosha. He'll win the free hit as well. Take it quickly. There's the entry. Oh, and I've got to say, if it wasn't 5, it was 4.8.
Yeah, I was going to say 4.9, but that was pretty close. Unlucky there, but Pukekohe got led away there. It was pretty attacking. First Puke, and now Auckland straight back for an attacking opportunity.
Yeah, the one thing I think will stop them from arguing too much is the deflection did go wide and over the back line anyway.
That's right.
But yeah, early shot throw in there and some real confidence out of the break here from the Auckland side. How important is that to nip that one back in the first quarter?
I think in finals hockey, it's really important. You know, to go 1-1 at the break after being peppered in the first 5.
For Auckland, is Div Parsot working. They'll give away the free hit there to Auckland. Chiba will step forward onto the ball.
It's a good ball.
Over it goes. Some space here too for Auckland.
Well, they've got a bit of a numbers advantage here, so they can get it right.
Jaden Gosha into the circle. Cross it goes. That's
corner.
the foot of Nathan Soma, and the penalty corner coming for Auckland. Stephen Jennis has the good oranges. The boys have come out firing here. You see the One Foundation replay here. This overhead taken down. Rolled forward. Jaden Gosha again. Just takes the right option. Rolls it across the goal with a bit of a skip on it. That's money for Auckland, and
yeah, it looked like a numbers advantage for Auckland, so Puke want to look at their defence to see how did that one get through. I mean, it was a great overload and great overhead from Kieran Sheba to highlight that.
and here we go, Manraj Gill at the first break, Kieran Sheba at the second. Iswa to pull it out. Manraj Gill. It's hit something on its way through. They're going to say danger there off a runner, perhaps.
Yep, looks like it. A little bit of a reprieve here for Pukekohe.
Yeah, and again, we see that very intent for Auckland. Shea Iswa there up in a split.
Be interesting to see how composed NZISA can stay, because sometimes when you're not getting the ball as much as you're used to, you start trying to find things outside of the structure. He's done so well to let Dan just do his thing.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, like you say, to see, you know, perhaps in instances like that, whether they just pre-overload the right, he swings onto the ball and they play this side and see what the response is from Shea Iswa.
Yeah, exactly right. But sometimes with the calibre of the sides, you know, does he really need to be on the ball when you got someone like Daniel Pancher on there? So credit to him. Oh, it's a good skip pass
nice.
there.
Little trapdoor through to Devin Hari on that side in the headband. Here comes Auckland out of their own end. A little bit of pressure from the press. They'll win that one. Ishan Patel here on the ball. Nice midfield to Brett Menezes. Looking Brett, he doesn't have anyone on the right side. And he's got a fantastic tackle from Manraj Gill. Here they come, Auckland. Jaden Gosha showing some speed, but it's going to get to Daniel Panchia first. Kellyan holding his tennis racket there.
Yeah, first little one from Cal that he's missed, I reckon, this tournament.
Yeah. And as the wind starts to really get up here at Wellington, you can see the folks up on the grandstands there, hoodies on, beanies on, hands in pockets. And the lads out here in the final, they're battling it out in the elements. Here's Kieran Sheba looking long. That one's not going to get the target. And Kieran Sheba was one I was really impressed with at the last Heritage Hockey Tournament, in the absence of some of those, I guess, normal guys you'd have at the back in NZISA, you know, not there. Daniel not playing either. I thought Kieran Sheba really stood up and took control.
Yeah, definitely, and I think, you know, tournaments like that, as Auckland come on the attack here.
Yeah, little opportunity 2-on-1.
Great clean up from Devin Hari. Yeah, tournaments like that, you know, it does give players opportunities to step up when, you know, you're not so experienced players are available. And yeah, Kieran Sheba did really well for the New Zealand Indians at that tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure the good thing about such a high quality tournament like this year, you've got such a pool to pick from in terms of NZI selections, teams, squads, all the rest of it here. Look, things looking really good for NZI.
Yeah, definitely, and it's always nice to be challenged and have a hard decision, you know, around who do you select, or having just a bigger pool of identification, right? It's been a really good tournament.
Yeah, and like anything, you'll know in your various roles, is it's not necessarily about taking the top 5 as high as they can go. It's about getting guys from number 12 through to 25 up to that same level.
Yeah, exactly right.
Here we go. Here's Ishan. Yeah, good turnover. He's got a couple of players. Couldn't quite find Kelly and Jerem there. A little tangle up, free hit there for Auckland. Yeah. Big pocket open here in this attacking left midfield, but they've got it back here. Nathan Soma, Pukekohe on the roll. Ishan Patel, Milan Patel. Just gets big on him there. Yeah, interesting. In their outlet, Auckland look like they're leaving this pocket potentially as an option, whether it's the overhead of Kieran Sheba when he's on, or even a midfield transfer into this attacking left pocket.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, there was a massive pocket of space in the inside channel, and it looked like Shea was leaving his lead quite late, which is always hard to defend. But if you got that much room, you're receiving that much space, you know, anything can happen.
And cut out there, although it was looking for Kelly and Jerem on halfway. That's the other thing they'll have to be aware of if they're not splitting away from Nedish. He's the very clear target, Kelly and Jerem. Travis Hari cleaning up, and there's the outlet through. Ish. A lot of Auckland players in front of him though. He'll try and get around the outside, use his speed. And there's Nathan Soma onto the ball. Soma looking. I'll get a free hit there to Millen, and he goes onto the foot there of the Auckland defender. Heads up play there from Millen too, just stopping on the edge of the circle, pulling it back a little before going in. I don't think he actually changed how far he went, but just enough to say, well, he made an attempt. It was just off shot there, it hit the foot of the defender. And that's penalty corner now for Puke.
And this is where Nidisuka has been pretty dangerous this tournament. It'll be interesting to see how Auckland look to counteract that with their running today.
Yeah, so interestingly, last time we saw these guys meet, Shea Iswal was running first, and it's just millimetres in whether he got his run line right. It is a suicide line for the first runner when you're going against Nedish. Got to stay in tight.
And that's exactly what you were talking about, but what a great line by Shea, and I think he knows all too well if they're stopping it like that, it's almost hard to get it through. Yeah,
and that's why you get all the protective gear on. He's got the shins and the knees extra there. Shea, probably thankful, because I think that's where he wore that one. We'll see the replay a little bit later. Second opportunity here. Dill, big boot. So what you can see there in terms of defensive stuff is Nedish has to flick now to his left, looking at the goal, which for Dill, he knows that that's his post to cover, and just makes his save area a lot smaller.
Yeah, exactly right. So if you get that running line being on, it's pretty hard as a flicker, because you've got to naturally adjust slightly to be able to get it around that first runner. And so yeah, Shea's run a really good line there as he looks to pick it up here on the left-hand side.
There's a couple of numbers there with him as well. But he'll just run into the tackle there of Nidisuka, who goes quickly, not allowing that press to set up.
Cal just missing a bit of execution the last few receives. Oh, great skills by Manraj Gill there.
Manraj Gill making that one look easy, and he'll go again here. Manraj, entries there for him.
Ah, penalty corner.
And end-to-end stuff. Manraj Gill. I tell you what, he's probably taken on two of the toughest players in Puke, and Kelly and Jerem in the middle of the field, and then Milan Patel on the T-bar. He's got it absolutely right too. Manraj Gill flirting with the baseline, but ball not over it.
Which is what I think Milan Patel was trying to say. Hey, did that go out?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
And just like that, we've seen two fantastic defensive bits of DPC for Auckland. And now let's see their attack. They've had a couple of them scored, of course, from their first one.
Oh, save.
Oh, stick save, Bhavi Bana. Goalkeepers, eat your heart out there.
Manraj thought he might have had that one, but Bhavish Bana up to the task again, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was a good flick in the end. Got it up high and attacking left as you look at the goal, but Bhavi, smooth. Not the biggest of goalkeepers, Bhavi Bana, but moves pretty well there.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, we talk a lot about strikers executing. When you've got two very good goalkeepers, they're the ones that are the difference in finals like these, you know, making those crucial saves.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and two guys equal to it here. Both of them obviously played parts in KBT winning teams before. They know what it takes, and both have stood up early in this one. Here come Auckland again. Oh, Daniel Panchia. Again, similar to Dil Patel, sometimes it just looks a little too casual, but that is not easy to execute a tackle like that.
Nah, exactly right. Kenan Beaker did a great domination on first, but then just came up against Daniel Panchia with his experience.
Yeah. They'll take a lot from that turning away those penalty corners, Auckland, because I know speaking to Dill earlier, their main thing was just to limit the penalty corners and A, try not to let them happen, but B, if they have to defend them well.
Yeah, exactly right, and I think we saw that in the first game. They just allowed, it's a great defence there from Auckland. They just allowed Nidish to score two, where they've obviously reviewed that video, changed something, and it's working effectively for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and hats off to both teams. Look well prepared here for this final. It's short turnaround, so not a lot of time to troll through videos, but both Kit Hari and Steve Jennis there, looks like they've been doing their homework, and full credit to them. And then the players out here, of course, executing it. So high quality finals so far. We've only got a minute and a half in the second quarter. That one a little too high on its way in. No change to the quarter time score as of yet, but it was Auckland with the late quarter dagger. They'll be hoping to do the same thing here. Here's Kieran Chiba, as we see Puki just happy to fall out just in front of a half court there. It's a 60 you might call it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those ones where time of the game,
yeah,
you know, let's see what we can do off a counter, just hold.
Yeah, that one, no choice there. Ish just playing the ball after it hit his foot. Kieran Chiba trying to go route one. It's not going to pay off. But falling here for Auckland. 30. Looking. There's the entry. Oh, big call there too. As we see this One Foundation replay here, it's the entry on the baseline. As a former goalie, I'd usually like to say they're exempt from wearing those calls, but I think when you use your right foot on that left baseline and it goes that hard over the back line, it's pretty hard to argue.
Yeah, I was going to ask you what your thoughts on that one were.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he'd used his left foot, which is the one on that side, and it had sprayed off, you can wear that one. But it's yeah, when you use your right foot and it goes like that. Big one here for Auckland again here on the stroke of the hooter. Chiba. Oh, great effort there. Nathan Soma down on all fours to clear that one away for Puki. He gets the high five from Kelly and Jerem, and they'll walk back to the dugouts. So unable to find a separator in that quarter, despite opportunities at both ends. Penalty corners for both teams in that quarter. Opportunities both ends. Big saves called of both Dylan Patel and Bhavesh Bana. But we are locked up here at halftime. It's 1-1 men's KBT final. It's both teams enjoying, as we'll see some of these replays, opportunities, but neither able to capitalise on them in that second quarter. This is first quarter stuff here. Kelly and Jerem.
Great start from Pukekohe, as we've just seen. They came out firing. Here's another angle.
It's a great angle there, that one. Cal's work. Yeah, you'd have to say the first, I guess, 5 minutes of the first quarter was Puki. The next 5 a bit of a lottery, and the last 5 of that first quarter had Auckland's name on it.
Yeah, exactly, and I think some of the differences is we'll see here in the replays is Auckland managing Kelly and Jerem a little bit better. Yeah, that and Nidish Suka, just their efforts and work around limiting their opportunities. It was Auckland's first sort of chance across the goal there. This one, really nice effort and skill from Ranik Patel, left foot pass. Jaden Gosha earns the penalty corner there. This is the one that leveled things up. Vincent Van Gogh couldn't paint anything this beautiful. The dinker, the bouncer, and it goes. You'll take that, however, any day, wouldn't you?
Yep, in a final, they all count for the same. Kelly and Jerem, he had a couple of good shots at it. And yeah, that second quarter probably shared. Both teams had periods, both teams had opportunities, as we've mentioned. But it's been good goalkeeping, I think, more than anything that's kept that second quarter scoreless.
Yeah, exactly right, and we did say the keepers will come into play today, and they have exactly done that in the first half. Made some really crucial saves. That one there from Dills.
Yeah, big right boot with Dil Patel. And then they've gone straight down the other end. I think this might be the stick save of Bharvi Bana. Luciano Manraj Gill, flick.
There it is.
Yep, glove. There. And then right on the quarter, this one here, yeah, questionable one there from Bharvi, but they defended it. Nathan Soma, like I said, doing really well there.
He's done a brave job there as a second to stop that going in.
Yeah, now we see Steve Jennis, the coach of the Auckland Indian side. He'll be getting his orders across the line. What do you think their focus might be this quarter?
Oh, I think just keep plugging away with what they've been doing unless Pukekohe decide to change. I think they've started to manage Kelly and Jerem well, and that's been probably quite crucial for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about Keaton there with the Pukie boys?
Yeah, I think he'll be asking his team to see if they can lift it up a bit more. I think some of that flair that they've lost, credit to Auckland for managing that. But they've also created good opportunities, and maybe they might start working on seeing how they can get Nidish involved a little bit more, as you know, he's a good game player, and they need to start mixing it up, I think. Yeah,
absolutely. We've seen Pukie being so dangerous when they can use that flair, interchange of players, mixing up the overhead, the ball over distance, and just creating opportunities in front of goal. Like you say, Auckland have done a really good job, and I think have done their homework in terms of mitigating those risks. But look, it's still anybody's game here. We've got 2 quarters of action, and if they're anything like those first 2, we could be in for a long ride here. And I'm here for it. Men's KBT final.
Yeah, we wanted a good matchup, and I think we've got the first half pretty bang on, and I'm sure this next half will be pretty exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been a fantastic weekend here. You know, I mentioned the wind and the rain, but you can't help the elements. What has been exceptional, though, is the hosting from Wellington Indian Sports Club and down here with NZISA. And thank you so much to, of course, the sponsors, One Foundation, Bowlerama, Foursquare Awapuni, Just Hockey Newtown, Lambton Goods, Lion, Liquorland Miramar, Pack and Save Kilburnie, Paul Reddish Decorations, Shire's Fruit and Veggies, Office Public House Bar, and of course, as I mentioned, our hosts, Wellington Indian Sports Club. We couldn't have such a great KBT without the support from the sponsors. And for everybody that's either tuned in online, Facebook, YouTube, the NZISA website, or got down here to the park. I know you've had to battle the weather, but a good crowd out here for the Men's A final. We're underway here, second half. It's Auckland with first use of the ball. If you're just joining us, 1-1 is the score. Auckland in the green, Pukie in the white. It's the crosstown battle for, of course, the Diane Chand, first contested 60 years ago right here in Wellington. Fast start from Pukie, just like they did in the first quarter. Millen trying to take it quickly.
Yeah, again, big differences, just getting Kellyanne involved really early on. Same with Mills Patel on that right-hand side, who've been pretty effective for Pukie this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kellyanne there wants a penalty corner 55 metres away from the goal. He'll take anything, Cal. Although I've heard over in Melbourne he actually lines up on the second bracket at their penalty corner to do absolutely nothing while Nidish flicks, and this one bouncing in. Yeah, I'm not sure why Cal wants the PCs. He's a field goal scorer.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting, Pukie have come out to a more three-quarter.
Yep.
Potentially looking to change things up and try to get Auckland playing a little bit longer.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see potentially if they're trying to identify maybe a midfield trap as well. I saw Kelly kind of just looking over his shoulder to see where Ranik and Manraj were when he was in his shape. again, all these coaching subtleties coming out of the masters of Stephen Jennison and Kitten Hari. We're just witness to it, of course, and Auckland here with an opportunity, a bit of a scrambly one. There's the entry. In the mixer again, Jaden Gosher there, finding himself in good spaces.
Yeah, and I like that from Auckland today. Just, you know, throwing a few balls in, just testing that defence out rather than playing the pretty baseline stuff, you know. It's a good mix-up so far.
Yeah, and here's the big Nedish Suka bomb. That one's gone all the way. Hiddish Dyer here. Oh, had to be cut out. Manraj Gill did excellent. Not often do you applaud a player for going back into their own circle, but it was the right one for Manraj Gill. Blocked out there by Jayan.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's the management I was talking, like, that ball to Kellyanne at the top of the circle would have been so dangerous, but Manraj read it really well.
Good cut out there. Yeah, it's interesting. As soon as Puki have a breach, it looks like they're Auckland are awake to the next pass, which is often to Kellyanne. And here they come. Auckland reverse stick pass will get all the way through. Edge of the circle stuff. Auckland, there's the entry. Travis Hari, he's defending. And defended it pretty well in the end there too. I thought he might have got himself in trouble going off his feet.
Yeah, it's always a difficult one when you're off your feet, but he's done well.
Yeah, the world of experience out there in the halves, Travis Hari. And, every year he says it's his last go round in the men's A, and then he's back here again, stripping up for Puki. I don't think he can let it go. If he keeps playing like that, doesn't need to, Travis Hari.
Yeah, exactly right. It's that experience, and yeah, it's been very valuable this campaign for them.
You see a free hit one there. They'll take it quickly to Auckland. Not 5 the call, so they'll get a reset. So Armani Ponga up there trying to take on Daniel Panchia. Auckland with a couple of little goes at it here. Can't get through Kallian Jerem though. Kallian's off to the races.
There he goes, 1v1.
60 metres, what has he got? First to it though, Kieran Chiba. That's fantastic composure there by Kieran Chiba.
Yeah, great work from Kez there, just to, you know, stop the flow. Would have liked to see Cal back his skill set a little bit more to attack the 1v1.
Yeah.
Try to do a chip and chase almost.
Yeah, I think he was hoping Ishan would turn the burners on and perhaps get to it, but here's an opportunity, 3-on-2. Brent Menez is, again, I'm not sure that's the right option. Kellyanne was fairly open there on the baseline, not anymore. And Auckland with plenty of jerseys in the picture. Yeah, old long barrier comes out there on the baseline. Yep,
needed to, and they've done well to contain the defence there, Auckland.
Yeah, and that's 5 minutes already gone just like that in the third quarter.
Yeah, hard to believe, but
yeah.
I guess it's so exciting that time is flying by, and yeah, both teams peppering each other right now. It's been a good start to the second half.
Yeah, this one's going to fall, Nathan Somar. Still there for Auckland in the mixer. Sticks just flying everywhere. I'm not sure what you call that. Oh, and it's fallen. Oh, through everybody. It's going to beat them all over the back line. Oh.
Don't know how that snuck through, but it was a pretty good ball. Missed everyone. Yeah, they were all
caught up in the halfway flourish here.
So they're playing Daniel Panch a little bit higher in the second half. And as we talked about, Nedish Suka getting on the ball.
Yeah, div pass out there into the midfield as well. Little triangle for Puki. Did the first bit really well, Mills, but just couldn't control it there, jumping back in front of the defender. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if there's... we talked about that attacking left pocket. Maybe if they're trying to creep Daniel Panchia up into that space as the overhead from Nedish Suka. We'll see as it unfolds. Here's good defensive work from Puki. Kallian Jerem. That one there.
He's playing a little bit more of a free man role, just having a license, I think, to do a bit of both, which is kind of good for Daniel Pancher.
Div pass, that one's going to go behind Hiddish Dyer there and over the sideline. And again, even with the potential ability to pocket that, they're going to fall out here, Puki. Perhaps a little bit of fatigue management in this third quarter, also a little bit of a change up to see what Auckland might have.
Yeah, definitely, and I think what they've probably seen is Shea as well has been posting up quite well, so if you cover the numbers off, just easy to manage him and manage that space in behind. Yeah. As he looks to link up there again, but given the numbers in behind, he almost got that. Yeah,
just gives an extra support man to the free man. And covers up some of those holes. That's lovely work out there from Puki. The short game, just as good as their long passing. And here it is again. Mills one-on-one on the baseline.
Couldn't quite link up there.
Yeah, beats them over the back line.
But good composed defence again from Auckland, I think, to just come there, cover it, not make any rash decisions.
That one a little bit big there in the end for Jayan Patel. Here comes Nathan Soma. He's a day early, but it's Tuck-in Tuesdays for Nathan Soma. I love the look though.
I guess on a windy day like this, you don't want your t-shirt flying around.
That's it. It's aerodynamic. Same with the sides of the haircut. Here we go. That one's gone through, but no one in there for
great
Puki.
By
and here we go. Shea Iswa.
1v1. This is a matchup.
Iswa, Suka.
Great defending there by Nedish, just to hold him off. Held a good line, but they're opening up the left-hand side now here.
Yeah, bit of space. On the comeback right. Past Suka, still going. Auckland! Saved there, Bavi Bana, and the free hit coming as well. What a bit of skill shown there. I think it was Keenan Becker.
Again, Bavish Bana just up to the challenge.
Yeah.
As Puki create their own attack here down the right-hand side.
Yeah, up it goes, back and forth. That one's not the right ball there, unfortunately for Puki. We go end to end, and yeah, you were just mentioning the defensive shaping of Nedish Suka. Didn't actually make a tackle, didn't have to do any of that work, but because of his positioning, just made it impossible for Shea Iswa to do much with it.
Yeah, exactly. Tackling 101, like excellent example of, for young kids to go, hey, this is how you do it. So it's really good work from Nedish there.
Yeah.
There's Auckland back on the
little shepherd in behind. Yeah, and what do they say? The best tackling advice is learn how to not have to make one.
That's it. Bit of to and fro here. Both teams creating opportunities, end-to-end stuff at the moment in this third quarter.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if the last 5 minutes of this quarter was highlighted as a potential opportunity to just throw things forward in an attempt if they were still locked up. A little messy there in the middle of the field. Someone needs to get control of it. And here we go. Lovely. Milan Patel needs a pass though. Goes 3D. Again, a lot of Indian players in the picture there. Even though the 3D got through one, they're right there.
Yeah, well managed again, and just if they can just remove that unforced turnover again, just getting out of defence will just help control the game a little bit, just settle the game down.
There's the entry. Oh my, Kieran Soma in the middle of the circle. Big Dill come and put some pressure on. That was a lovely delivery in on the 45 there. Great touch too. I'm sure we'll pick that up at the quarter. Here's Daniel Pancher skipping, falls.
Great save again.
Again, Dill. And he gives Kellyanne a little pat on the backside after it as well. Fair play both sides. Kellyanne Jerem, Dill Patel, two big game players.
Yeah, and that's awesome to see in a final, and we talked about it when the big players stand up, it's exciting hockey, and at the moment the big players are standing up, and it's quality hockey for a final.
Yeah, and again we lament the just the ability for Kellyanne Jerem to get a shot away so quickly after his first touch. not necessarily swinging and bashing the house down, but just how fast that shot comes after his receive there. But Dil Patel expected it, knew it, and again, two guys that have had a good back and forth over a number of years for these two sides. Good battle here, Callian and Dil. Here we go, Nidish goes over. Here we might see another go at it. Callian, reverse stick. Oh, wow-wee.
Wow.
Armani Punga trying to one-touch that back out of the circle, lifts it, and Brett Menezes traps it almost at hip height. Could you have imagined something like that?
Oh my goodness, no way. But again, just that man, Callian Jeremy, just finding space and executing a shot off, but Dills and the defence equal to the task.
Yeah, again, even when you think he's run out of room, Callian puts it across and creates something out of nothing there for Puki. Here come Auckland. Turning there, looks like Aaron Patel down there working. 2 minutes to play here in this third quarter. Team still locked up. One apiece. Out it comes here to Kieran Chiba. Chiba asking these Puki presses to come out. Armani Punga. Back to Chiba. He's got space in front of him. They're inviting it, Puki. Good effort there. Yeah, Kieran Soma. Minute and a half. They'll take the sideline and move their troops forward here, Puki. Just over a minute for one more big throw at it. Daniel Panchia onto the ball. Here we go, Daniel Panchia on the sideline.
Yeah, if the team can get one goal now before the quarter, it'll be...
oh, it'd be huge and really create fireworks as well. Here we go. It's there for Auckland, defended. Manraj Gill does well too, Manraj.
Yeah, well played there. Again, just the skill set of Manraj Gill, composed, earns a free.
And Puki, they'll fall back out. Again, as much as either team would love to score one, neither team will want to concede. Desperate to make sure this clock gets through without a dent to the scoreboard. Kieran Chiba, he's looking for one last go at it. There's the overhead to Armani Punga. Couple of big swings, nothing there. 20 seconds, Kieran Soma. 15, Callian Jerem needs to know. Ishan Patel, can they get the corner? Can they get the goal? Oh, that's a tough challenge on that shot there. Callian Jerem.
So very close.
Wow, we would... Oh.
Ishan Patel working a piece of magic there, almost paid dividends.
With seconds counting down there too. Really good clock awareness from both Callian Jerem and Ishan Patel, as the teams will go in for their last piece of advice in this match. We're locked up at 1-1. We are, again, no closer to knowing who is etching their name onto the Dian Chand for 2023.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better final so far. You know, going to third quarter, one apiece, locked up, we're in for a treat.
Yeah, we'll see some of the highlights from this one here. Third quarter, Barvi doing some good work in goal. Again, really impressed by the work of both goalkeepers to keep this score at 1-1. It could easily be 4-4, I think. This one there, Dill putting pressure on Kieran Soma. This pass through, very nearly for Callian Jerem. Good save again by Big Dill. Little chop, Callian. This, very nearly. And then right at the death of the quarter, Ishan Patel working, crabbing. And Callian Jerem, he come in wanting the stroke.
Yeah, on that last one, I think great job from Keenan Beaker getting right in there to support Dills to block that attack just then, put enough pressure on Ishan Patel.
Good to see all the supporters up on the hill there on their phones replaying some of those highlights on the live stream. There's the faithful on the light tower. Good to see the old boys out watching this year's final. And I'm thankful, Hitu, there's only 15 minutes left in this game because the sky is greying up a little bit over the hill. Let's see if we can get a decider here before that arrives.
Yeah, I agree. It'll be nice to have no rain for this next 15 minutes, and it could be an exciting quarter of hockey.
Yeah, obviously teams locked up at 1-1. At what point, if there is a point between these two teams, do you think we might see just a little bit of extra go here from either side?
Yeah, I'd say the first 5 minutes might be just a bit of suss each other out, and then 10 minutes to go, throw the kitchen sink in.
Yeah. Now, talk about both goalkeepers having really good games. Is there perhaps one team that would rather go to the penalty shootout than the other, or where do you think things sit with these two teams?
I'd say Auckland might be okay to go to a penalty shootout. Puke in the past would probably prefer to win in normal time, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and though it wasn't for much on the line, Puke come up short in last night's penalty shootout. Again, it's a whole...
Oh, here we go, Kelly and Jerem with a great steal.
Go, Kieran Somas trying to get ahead. They're running into the wind there, or at least he makes it look like it. Kelly and Jerem working with Ishan Patel.
Couldn't quite link up, but now Auckland, unfortunately it's a 2v4 here.
Yeah, there's not a lot for them. They're just going to hold it up.
Option.
That's great. Look there, Manraj Gill up the middle. Nita Suka beats Shea Aswa to it, and here we go, back the other way. Kelly and Jerem just win the free hit and allow himself and the other strikers to get up towards that attacking third. Kitten Hari showing why he doesn't throw with his left hand. And Mills will just dump that one back out there for Travis Hari. Again, just rolling into that kind of that half or overlap position.
Yeah, and Shea as well, still looking for the split off Nita Suka.
Here is Daniel. Here it is down the line too for Kieran Soma, linking up with Milan Patel. He's got a bit of space too. Baseline entries there, Mills.
Oh, no one on the back post.
Callian. Again, that's just about knowing your players there. I think Cal started at the post and led up past the spot. Mills thought he might have been going the other way.
Oh, a few double turnovers creeping in here.
Yeah, it's been a fast start. Both teams trying to throw a little bit in this first couple of minutes.
Great
Kieran
tackle.
Chiba cleaning up, and he'll win that one. And I think Ish, he'll go for his second seat of the final.
Yeah.
Just 2 minutes. And again, Puke now, probably because of the card as well, they'll fall back out into that half.
Yeah, definitely just use up some time before they can get equal numbers.
And that's a good win there for Puke. They'll be happy to see that one roll into the corner. Like you say, count those 2 minutes down. And perhaps look for a trigger for Puke to be adding that extra player. Still going. Brett Menez is... just got a little bit casual on it there. Brett, great ball to Sheaswa, turning, looking for a teammate.
Getting great pressure from Daniel Pancher, just sitting higher up in the press at the moment.
Yeah, just again, I think trying to block off that post up from Sheaswa as much as they can. That's the danger ball for Auckland. Here's the punch, and there he is. Daniel Pancher. Here's Kelly and Jerem.
Oh, great tackle.
Just gets caught up. Good defensive work there, Giant. Here we go, working, weaving. Travis Hari does well, really well there for Puke. And if you're just joining us live here, it's 1-1, and unfortunately, I may have spoken into existence. Those aren't teardrops from my eyes, they're raindrops from up top. The umbrellas come out on the stands. And Hope it's just a light shower as it goes through.
Yeah, exactly that. Pukekohe just maintaining that half court.
Yeah.
Oh, great work by Ranik Patel in the middle again.
Yeah, and an unlikely hero at this point in the game for Auckland with such the names in both sides. It's his on the scoreboard. But he's been excellent in the middle of the field for Auckland all weekend, not just today.
Yeah, not an easy job in there when you're put under pressure, and he's done well. He's got that good rollout that we've seen.
Yeah, here's Puki just trying to work out. They are back up to the full complement, Pukekohe. So here comes Mills linking up with Brett Menezes. He's got Ishan Patel in front of him. Div pass off first. And that's smart work there.
Yeah, again, just stopping the flow to be able to get numbers back. Great bit of defensive work.
Yeah, I think he also knew he had to leave his man on the baseline to come up to affect that one. So smart. There's the entry. Punga again. Still going.
Oh, great skills.
Yeah, here's Shea off to the races. Tripping, slipping, still going though, Iswa. And has allowed them to get a couple extra players up to help him. Nita Shuka.
Standing his ground,
Yeah.
saying not through here today, Shea.
Yeah, Nita Shuka this year sporting the Slim Shady number. Falls to Div Passot. Just looking. It's going to get through there. Eyes up. Samantha Mita just trying to get on the outside. That one can't be pulled in. Hiddeshtire. Just like that, we're at the midpoint of the quarter, fourth quarter. Only 8.5 remaining here. Men's KBT A section final. It's Auckland and Puki, they're locked up. It's 2 first quarter goals, one each way. And since then, the goalkeeper's really stepping up. That one's going to fall for Iswa, Shea Iswa, Auckland. Keenan Bicker. Bicker looking for Jaden Gosha. Keenan Bicker will win a free
piece of
hit.
skill there from Keenan.
Yeah. And he'll take it the 5 and try and get the entry on that short side. No good there. Well defended by Daniel Panchia and Brett Menezes.
Yeah, great experience there. Just hold fire. Daniel Panchia again, just looking so cool and calm under pressure.
And how's that for a pretty aggressive and obvious split there? 2 players on the split line for Auckland. Nita Shuka been taken out of a lot of the back play here for Puki. Oh. But again, we've mentioned it before, don't discredit the distribution skills of Daniel Panchia.
Oh, definitely. I think if Puki get on the same page length or wavelength as Daniel Panchia, it could be pretty exciting with some of the balls he's throwing at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. Probably just caught a little bit too far on the help side at that entry there, Kieran Soma. They had one on the T-bar, but would have liked the circle presence. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of time to get on the same page there. Under 7 now for each team. This thing at the moment, of course, scores all locked up. We will go to penalty shootout. But I expect to see a fair few fireworks before we go that far.
Yeah, I agree. I think Pukekohe looking to, half court and be happy to counter like they are doing now with Hiddish down the ball.
Hiddish looking long. Oh. Manraj Gill, he's done a couple of times, just works back through the middle of the field. He gets himself into good spaces.
Yeah, reading the game really well. Again, that could have been a dangerous pass, but Manraj Gill, great reading or awareness, to see that coming and intercept the ball.
Yeah, and it's really good discipline too, I think, from the Auckland cover defence to not all run at the ball. Easy to go, oh, they've breached, I'm just going to go and deal with it. But getting back into passing lanes, allowing the free man to do his role and on-ball defenders Really good systems there for Auckland.
Pukekohe just again sitting back, almost in the deep third press.
Yeah, you call that one the 35?
Yeah, probably 35, yeah. And Auckland just happened to knock it around. Good to see they're not forcing it too much, just trying to see where the gaps are.
Yeah, and are either of these teams going to go for a last 5 flurry? Results from the other turf, the men's 3rd and 4th. Wellington took care of Auckland B convincingly. I don't know the final score, but the numbers were...
Again, the patience of Puki as they come on attack. It's a 3v2.
Kelly and Jerem, 3v1. Kelly and Jerem.
Go!
Oh! Kelly and Jerem, and he loves it. Wow-wee. The high fives, the head rubs, the hugs, they're all his. Kelly and Jerem.
Wow.
Cometh the man, cometh the moment. Kellyanne beats 1, beats 2. Where's that challenge? And just over the outstretched boot of Dylan Patel. We'll see this one again. This will be a good look at it.
Oh, great piece of skill.
Kellyanne Jerem there finds the corner.
Who better than Kellyanne Jerem to score that second for Pukekohe?
That's it, to go from a 3-on-3 to a 3-on-2 to a 3-on-0. That's Kellyanne Jerem, and even Sergeant Patel down here, he's impressed by it. A man with similar skills, Sarji.
And as expected, Auckland with 5 to go, or less than 5 to go, have pulled their keeper.
Yeah,
got the extra man.
Dill's gone. Here we go. This is going to be 4 minutes now of absolute carnage, I think. Puki, they've got the slight advantage, but look, it's just going to take one here. Auckland, they're up and active. Mani Ponga, here's Manraj Gill, he's been good in the middle. Look at the work rate of Ish Patel. Digging the hard yards, they know it's, they've got one finger on it. Puki. And every second it counts down, it's in their favour. Auckland, opportunities though. Can they break through this Puki defence? Here's Kieran. Looking here, Armani Punga. That's not the way through. Here we go, Div Passot. He's got a bit of space in front of him.
Oh, he's got some wheels on him too.
Yeah, remember the goal is empty here for Auckland. Div just keeping the ball on his stick. Kelly and Jerem the same. He probably wasn't aware the challenge was coming there, but he gets it back, Cal. Probably got away with one there, Kelly and Jerem whacking the ball away, slowing things down.
Ever so subtly there from Cal.
Yeah, but I guess when you score 2 goals in the final, yeah, you might get a little bit of leniency. Here we go, Auckland, they might have 3 more goes at it. We're just into 2 minutes left. Kieran Chiba looking over. Here we go, Auckland rolled it forward. Here's Shayaswa, one time. Streaming through, Kenan Bicker. It's still there for Auckland. They'll take it quickly. Jaden Gosha. Here we are. Still working there, Jaden Dyer. Dyer looking for Gosha. There is Jaden Gosha. Oh, and they've just got it wrong there, Auckland.
No.
Running behind Kenan Bicker. Jaden Gosha there, tangled up.
Pukekohe.
You won't see a slower 16 than this. And
it's a good receive there,
yeah,
good trap.
Had to be made too there. It was Mihir Patel.
Got some space on the right hand side here if they can move quickly.
Armani Pang will take it quickly too. Manraj Gill.
Work rate from Pukekohe at the moment, still very high.
Yeah, 1 minute left. They've got 2 fingers on it, Puki. Oh, free hit, one gone each way. It's Auckland's. Less than a minute. Long corner, they've got 4 fingers on it.
Well, it's going down to the wire here.
Yep. The crowd, they're on their feet. The Puke faithful, they're counting the seconds down. Auckland, one last opportunity. That probably will be it. I'll give you 3 guesses at which NZISA is going to flick the ball down the other end of the field.
There it goes. Oh, it's a great flick.
Yeah. Manraj Gill down into the corner.
I think we might be calling this one, Brad.
10. I don't think it's coming. Kieran Sheba's going to have one go at it. This is it. And that is all she wrote. Up the hill it goes.
And there they have it. Pukekohe.
There it is. The boys, they are pumped. Puke Indians, they get it 2-1 over Auckland. What a final. Fitting for the first ever KBT hosted here by Wellington Indian Sports Club, and what a final it was. Exactly what we wanted and exactly what we expected. An absolute cracker of a men's A final, and you can see how much it means to both teams out there. The jubilation, of course, for Pukekohe, and the sheer disappointment and heartbreak for Auckland, because they did everything to keep themselves in it. Congratulations, of course, to Puke. And as a couple of tweets that came out, or Instagram posts that came out earlier in the week, the Green and Gold boys, they're flown in from Melbourne, putting an attack on KBT, and they've done it here. Puke 2-1, goals both scored by Kelly and Jerem. Ranik Patel there for Auckland. Hitu, what a match.
Oh, you couldn't ask better than that. You know, we wanted goals, but hey, we got a battle, and the keepers were outstanding today, and you know, who better than to score a double than Kelly and Jerem?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been mentioning his name all game, and as much as Auckland could keep NZISA off the ball, they couldn't keep Kelly and Jerem away. So I'll get you to talk through some of these, and I'll go down and find our
another angle
match.
of that first goal there, and what a quick start from Pukekohe with Kelly and Jerem on the end of it. First 5 minutes, Pukekohe really peppering the Auckland defence, and again Kelly and Jerem unlucky not to put that in the top of the net. Auckland though regained a little bit more control, had their own chances, but Barvish Barner in goal, cracker of a tournament, making some crucial saves. Is another one of Auckland opportunities just across the goal, unable to rein it in. Ranik Patel, who also had a great game, nice roll to set up the first penalty corner with Jaden Gosha there just maintaining on stick. And it doesn't matter how they come, a little bit of a breakdown, but Auckland will take this, and again, great finish from Ranik Patel on the post there. As we've seen all tournament, you know, the creator of that front third for Pukekohe, Kelly and Jerem, just opening up the circle again. Equal to the task, Jaden Gosha, another one that performed this weekend. Auckland today up to the task against NZISA's flick here. Great running lines. Dylan Patel making some absolute great saves today. Manraj Gill, again, another one to show his flair and skill as he earned another penalty corner there for Auckland. But unable to execute on this occasion with a great stick save from Barvish Barner. Auckland had their chances in the match. Just unlucky to capitalise on some of the penalty corners they did earn in that first half. Shayazwa, as he's done all tournament, looking to create, but just again unfortunate to not link up with his teammates in the middle of the circle. You'll see another great attack there, this time from Keenan Beaker. Pukekohe there, nearly getting that deflection in, but Dylan Patel up to the task. Here it is, great, another piece, great piece of skill by Cal. Ishan Patel also having a great game. opportunity there for him, but Auckland up to the task in the defensive attack there. And here's a piece of skill, Kellyanne Jerem, silky skills through the middle of the field, bottom right corner, and that was the winner for Pukekohe today. And what a great piece of skill to finish it, and Pukekohe getting back the Diane Chand. As the teams look to recover, we'll go down now to Brad with the man of the match.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the turf with our men's final player of the match, 2-goal scorer. Started early for you, Cal, and then the last one to break things up. Congratulations on your effort, congratulations on the win. What does that mean to you and the boys?
It means a hell of a lot. You can probably tell by my breath at the moment. I would give everything for this club and everything for this bunch of boys. We've all grown up together. We've played hockey since we were juniors together, so to win it as a group means the world.
Yeah, and I overheard Keaton Harry, your coach, getting right into that after match and just how much it means to you guys. What a fantastic time to do it down here in Wellington. You and Nedish flew back over from Melbourne to get it done. Such a big effort, but what does it mean for these guys that have played so long to see some of these younger players step up and take it to a final like that?
Yeah, definitely. Players like Ish, Dev, Nathan like that, the young ones coming up our ranks, and even some of the senior guys means the world to them. Like some of their family members, their dads, their aunties, uncles have never had a chance to experience something like this. So for them to step up this week was absolutely massive.
Yeah, and last one, brother. I don't want to keep you too long. I know celebrations will start flowing, but what do you have to say to all of the supporters that came out to the side of the turf? They've been tuning into the live stream and getting you boys over the line to get that name back on the Diane Chand.
Yeah, everyone at home, everyone that showed up here in windy Wellington, raining at the moment, we appreciate it. The Indian community in general, all supporters, all teams. Without you guys, something like this wouldn't be possible. And I mean, me and Neats wouldn't fly back if it wasn't for the community and the event they put on. So, yeah, thank you for everyone.
Oh, congratulations to you for your Player of the Match award and also for winning the tournament here, brother. Well done, awesome effort. Love your work.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers. That is our men's A section final in the books. It's Puke, the big winners of the day. We will be back very shortly. We'll take a short break here while we set up for prize giving. We'll come to you with awarding the final results, our MVPs of each team, and our NZI national selections from the men's A, men's B, and women's. We'll be back shortly with NZI prize giving.
I'm a signing on the city lights. All this doubt around me, then but look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live a petty life. All those nights I lay awake, I pray for better life. Now I wake up with a baddie like I said I might. This is better life, you never tried, I bet it right. This is better life, you never tried, I bet it right. You been stuck is where you at because you never tried. Want a better life, I had a try, I bet it right. Yeah, I just took a test and yeah, let me write. Look, I just took a test and yeah, I rolled the dice. Yeah, women I'll be bad because the fuck was nice. But yeah, I must admit that this ain't overnight. I just hit the double with the jackpot. I'm in the snow, this in New England, but I'm dying high. Now I'm not for the music when I can't stop. Ain't gon' let me anywhere to ask me. Ask a favor, what a shout out to gas me. Really, they ain't take a risk, but want the outcome. Then asking how come. I've been signing on the city lights. All this doubt around me, then but look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live a petty life. All those nights I lay awake, I pray for better life. Now I wake up with a baddie like I said I might. This is better life, you never tried, I bet it right. This is better life, you never tried, I bet it right. You been stuck is where you at because you never tried. Want a better life, I had a time.
I'm all in this. I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch, it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. No second guess it, I let it set it. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. I smack my girl's ass, tell her pinch me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
All this doubt around me, then but look, I got it right. Don't you try to hit me, now you live a petty life. All those nights I lay awake, I pray for better life. Now I wake up with a baddie like I said I might. This is better life, you never tried, I bet it right. This is better life, you never tried, I bet it right. You been stuck is where you at because you never tried. Want a better life, I had a try, I bet it right.
We're trying our best here, Wellington. First of all, I'd like to hand over to the NZISA President, Suresh Walal, for him to say a few words.
Thanks, thank you, Bill. Where's my piece of paper? I've got some stuff I need to say. So, welcome everybody to Wellington, and thank you so much for your support, Wellington. It's been awesome. So I'd just like to show you a round of applause from everybody. So thank you very much. It's been an awesome sort of family feel, KBT feel, and it's just great to see your community all get behind us. Also to the Wellington Indian Association for your support. And a big special thanks to Hunterman for your hard work over the last few weeks and the communication we've had with you. So it's been awesome. And none of this is possible without our funding agency, which is One Foundation. They've been massive in the support of our events over the last few years. So that's live streaming our host responsibilities in regards to turf hire, hall hire, marquee hire, and arranging our flights, etc., for administrators, etc. So they're massive for us. So I'd like to thank the support of One Foundation, and obviously they are our and a big supporter of our heritage campaign, which a lot of these young gentlemen and ladies that we have playing over this weekend are part of. So I'm not going to hold you up much longer. So thank you. As you heard, the live stream brought to you by Local Gecko, and here is the man with the face for radio. That was Bradley. So he's been doing a lot of hard yards here. Sometimes I'm commentating by himself, and the ones that did step in to help out, thank you very much. So I'll hand you over to Brad, and he'll run you through the rest of the program. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Suresh. I'd like to invite the Wellington Indian Sports Club President Deepak Bana up to say a few words as well.
Namaste everyone. Hey, I want to say thank you very much for all those who actually travelled to Wellington. It's great to see so many of your faces here today, despite the live streaming, but no, really good to see you. It takes a community to actually put this event on, and literally thousands of hours that the committee had actually put in to actually make this tournament happen. And without the committee of the Wellington Indian Sports Club, it wouldn't be possible. And it's all the teams that get involved, the members that get involved, they make this happen. So if I could ask just for a round of applause for my team. Thank you, team. You really made a great tournament. I really want to just say thank you very much to all the sponsors and all the players. You guys conducted yourself really well on the turf. All of you, all the players, thank you. Thank you from Wellington.
Thank you so much, Deepak. And now, of course, the game doesn't happen without some behind-the-scenes operators. And firstly, thank you and acknowledgement has to go out to Richard Baggs, our tournament director, Colin French, the Hockey New Zealand technical manager, Devendra Patel, our umpires manager, and of course to all of the umpires, match officials, and those involved. If I can get Devendra up to announce this year's group of umpires. Massive round of applause for those guys and their efforts.
Thank you. This year we're very lucky to have a strong panel of umpires. A huge thanks to Hockey New Zealand and NZISA for bringing this group together. So to our technical officers, Jeff Poulin, Manav Shah, Daniel O'Connell, Deepak Lala for controlling the sideline in the games. To our umpires, Lexi Edrington, Ashley Hanneray, Sam Richmond, Christopher Hill, Deepak Lala, Gareth Locke, Joshua McDougall, Stephen McLaughlin, Daniel O'Connell, Kieran Parbu, Anton Poulin, Bill Rama, Peter Silverstone, Nathan Waddle. Thank you for your efforts this weekend and in the conditions we had to put up with. And last but not least, Richard Baggs for keeping us all under control. So yeah, thanks everyone. Safe travel home.
Thank you. Make sure we give a special thank you to our umpires. Without them, the game wouldn't go ahead. Now, we'll begin the section of awards with reading out the MVPs for each team. So each team has a MVP nominated, and it's usually given to players who have contributed the most, both on and off the field. We'll start with the men's B section. For North Harbour, Sanjay Lala. For Waikato, Ailish Suka. For Bay of Plenty, Harmanpreet Singh. For Central Districts, Amanjot Singh. For Wellington B, Janish Bana. And for Wellington C, Jayesh Patel. Now moving into our women's MVPs for each team. For North Harbour, Misha Tatley.
For Bay of Plenty, Tamara Hepi. For Auckland, Danica Patel. For Wellington, Hina Rahman and Roshni Babu. And for Pukekohe, Nikita Lala. And now for our men's A section MVPs. For Auckland A, Dylan Patel. For Auckland B, British Prima. That one's not rigged. For Wellington A, Alex Semenko Bucknell. And for Pukekohe, actually maybe it is rigged, Kelly and Jerem. So those are our individual team MVPs for each of the teams involved this weekend. I'm going to ask Chandulab to come up and announce our tournament teams for each section.
Thanks, Brad. It's going to be a struggle holding the pages together. Okay, we'll start with the men's B. Selectors in this section were Dipin Runchard and Jit Patel. Thank you guys for spending your time over the weekend watching all the games for Section B. The teams selected were Connaught Nasai, Central Districts, Section Chiba, North Harbour, Harmanpreet Singh, Bay of Plenty, Petish Patel, Central Districts, Amanjot Singh, Central Districts, Mitchis Patel, Central Districts, Kishan Garaja, Central Districts, Mitesh Patel, Wellington B, Gurdeep Singh, Bay of Plenty, Liam Patel, Wellington B, Sahil Lala, North Harbour, Akesh Mora, Wellington B, Sanjay Lala, North Harbour, Yogesh Harry, Central Districts, Daljit Bra, Bay of Plenty, Jayesh Patel, Wellington C. Congratulations, guys. I'd like to call upon Hunter to read out the women's tournament team.
Okay, we have for the women's selectors, we had Nisha Mystery and Asha Patel. Thank you for your time this weekend. The women's tournament team is Garland Jill from Bay of Plenty, Sharina Nana from Auckland, Rishika Chiba from North Harbour, Alicia Nana from Auckland, Mishka Tatali from Harbour, Hina Rama from Wellington, Jana Suka from Pukekohe, Devyani Soma from North Harbour, Manisha Jerem from Pukekohe, Trishna Parvu from Pukekohe, Shinsia Galden from Bay of Plenty, Monica Patel from North Harbour, Pratika Patel from Auckland, Karishma Kuma from North Harbour, Kishona Fitzgerald from Bay of Plenty, and Priya Kandy from Auckland.
Now the men's A section tournament team. Special thanks to the selectors, Johnny Beaker, Manoj Borobo and Hitindra on selecting this team. Kalyan Jerem from Pukekohe, Shay Ishwa from Auckland, Sajan Patel from Wellington, Joshua Turasingham from Wellington, Jaden Gorsa from Auckland, Milan Patel from Pukekohe, Brent Menzies from Pukekohe, Monraj Singh from Auckland, Alex Semenko Bucknell from Wellington, Daniel Pancha from Pukekohe, Nesha Suka from Pukekohe, Jayan Horrible from Wellington, Kieran Chiba from Auckland, Sachin Dadra from Wellington, Dylan Patel from Auckland, and finally Bhavish Bana from Pukekohe.
You know I must be invited to the Indian cookout if they're asking me for the pronunciations. All right, now we come to our tournament winners for the weekend, and what a weekend it's been here in Wellington. We'll make it quick to make sure we get out of here before any weather comes through, but our men's B section winners, if I can please get up, chance here. Our men's B section winners for 2023 Central Districts. And I'll just get you to say a couple of words as well in your acceptance.
Awesome. Well, firstly, thanks to my vice captain here for coming up for speech. Firstly, I'd like to thank our boys. Awesome to get some youth finally for CD. We had 3 debutants this year, so it's awesome to get them coming through. The management team, we had a new management team, flawless performance all week. New coach as well. Especially the supporters, all of them come down to CD, very loud, and hey, love your work. And the production team, you guys up in the booth, you know, this morning it was freezing. You didn't have the luxury of running around to warm up, so really appreciate it. Done an amazing job with production. Everyone watching from all over the world, so that's awesome. And obviously the Wellington guys for hosting last night, the social, the food, all the people in the kitchens. It's been amazing, eh? So really appreciate it. And yeah, looking forward to A section next year.
Now, as Central Districts received their trophy, I've got to make mention they also, in that final, won the TNG Shield Challenge as well. So for the year, they will hold the TNG Shield. Massive congratulations and well done. It is Central Districts, our men's B section winners for 2023. And now moving into our women's section. Hunter, yes, fantastic, already here. Our women's section, no final this year, round robin played with 5 teams, but that last match pretty much became a final. Of course, our women's champions for 2023 goes to North Harbour. Okay, I just had the whisper in the ear. They are the bridesmaids for 5 years in a row here. Second place is North Harbour. Finally got one over the line here. Captain Rashika Chiba, say a couple of words.
Thanks, Brad. Just give a special shout out to Bob for a good game. You put up a good fight. And thank you to Wellington Association for putting this all together. Obviously, it takes a lot of work, so we appreciate that. A big shout out to the umpires and officials, and of course, Local Gecko for all the coverage. It was amazing. And most importantly, thank you to the girls, our management, and Perry. You guys are the best, and I'm so proud of you all. And yeah, we'll see you all on our home soil next year. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Awesome stuff. Rashika Chiba here and the North Harbour Indian women's side. Our 2023 KBT winners. She'll fit a few lime cruises in that one. And moving on to our men's A section, of course, we were all witness to an absolutely cracking final between Auckland and Pukekohe. Sums up the tournament. A tournament decided by inches, and it was a fantastic display of hockey here. Of course, our men's A section winners for 2023, Pukekohe.
We'll get a couple of words from Junior.
Cheers. What's that? I'll keep it brief so we can all get out of here. But firstly, thanks to Wellington Indian Association for putting everything together, the NZIs, everyone behind the scenes that makes this tournament happen. So we, as players, we really appreciate it. We don't really see what goes on, all the hard work, so thank you all for that. To the Auckland boys, Steve, you guys, cheers for the final. I know what it feels like, and yeah, we'll see you guys next year. Congrats to all our Puke boys, and yeah, safe travels home. Thank you.
All right, and our 2023 KBT champions, winners of the Diane Chand, it is Pukekohe. All right, I'm going to hand back to Chan just to talk about a couple of things coming up with NZIA, especially with the 60th anniversary.
Over the last couple of years, we've attempted to hold a NZISA 60th anniversary celebration, and fortunately, due to events that you're all aware of, they've been postponed for the last couple of years. So we're endeavouring to get back on the horse and put on a celebration towards the end of November, so hopefully we'll see many of you there. Over the next 6 months, NZISA will be hosting a number of sporting events. These will include golf, hosted by North Harbour at the end of November, cricket hosted by Waikato at in early January, under 23s, which from the looks of it, a lot of you all qualify for, hosted in Christchurch at the end of January. The New Zealand Heritage Hockey Tournament is scheduled for Easter 2024. That's it, and so hopefully we'll see many of you at the events coming up over the next few months.
All right, and I'd now like to call upon the host of 2024 KBT, as mentioned there by Rashika Chiba, North Harbour hosting next year's tournament, so if we can get their representative out here. Another person will say, I'll keep it short, and then won't. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, Brad. I'll try to keep it short. I guess firstly, congratulations to all the winners, Puke, CD, and the Harbour Girls. Good efforts there. And a thank you also to NZI and Wellington for putting on such a great tournament, from the food to the social to the stuff on the field. It was really well run this year. And I guess lastly, just a welcome to everybody here to Harbour next year. We'll be looking forward to hosting you all, so welcome, or invite to next year, and see you next year, I guess. Safe travels home. Thank you.
Cheers. So everybody start prepping your teams, book your flights from Melbourne for your import players to come in and take a dig at winning it all in North Harbour. It's KBT 2024. Lastly, I'd like to hand over to the NZISA President Suresh for our final thank you and farewell.
Okay, thank you everybody. Thank you, Bradley. Thank you all to all the captains, all the players for your efforts over the weekend. Obviously we can't play without yous, but good luck for the rest of your seasons. Get those injuries sorted. I think a few broken fingers and split lips, etc. So good luck to everybody. Safe travels home, and hopefully see you next event. And yeah, that's us for now. Thanks, Brad. Thanks, everyone.
cutters through the middle. Ardi up for three.